Once upon a time, chronologically, tortuous otters swindled orange kingdoms out of many obese kisses, littered beaches with ducks and Doritos. Protect the kingdom, Nanny, Esmeralda said. Oh my God, are you okay? Like, there wasn't enough bread for the ducks. Doritos flew like shurikens. It didn't work.
Okay, Boomer.
That works. Chekhov? Okay, Chekhov's coming.
We don't have a lemon.
Flex all the muscles around your esophagus.
Here are your choices.
Step on me, say bye.
Oh shit.
Ah! Did that scare you?
Not in the slightest.
Oh, dang it. Get someone to punch you in the sternum.
Sean, how much you love Brit? A 10.
Is it 1 to 9? Is that for branding?
5, 4, 3,
Cuatro,
2,
tres,
1.
dos, uno! Yeah, are we gonna tell the story? See? We promise stories. Chat never forgets, like elephants.
That's right. Little elephants swarming your chat. You know what? Here's what I want to do, honey. You tell the story.
Okay.
I'll adjust the camera for you.
Sorry, Adam. You already know this.
Yeah.
Alright. It was the year 2011.
Depends on what part of the story you're telling.
The beginning.
It was 2011. That's when I met you.
2011 was December 2011, and Sean was a guest on Felicia Day's YouTube series called The Vlog that I
It had to have been earlier than that, like October?
No, it was in December.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, it was in December.
I know when it was. Because the next day was tabletop, and then a couple weeks later I was like, Merry Christmas, like a weirdo, remember?
That was very weird, but I'll let you tell the story. Go ahead.
Ding Ding 5, that's right. He was a guest on Felicia Day's web series called The Vlog. I worked for Felicia. I was her personal assistant, producer, director, whatever was basically needed. That day I was also a camera operator. And I met Sean at Opus Oils, which is a perfumery in Hollywood, because Sean and Felicia were going to make their own perfumes.
Good morning, citizens. The Vlog is here to help you start your week off right. I'm Felicia Day, and this episode I take a friend of mine to get a nose workout. So today I decided that it would be educational and fun to learn how to make perfume. So I'm here at Opus Oils in Hollywood on Hollywood Boulevard, and with me is my very good acquaintance.
Hello, I am Felicia's associate, Sean. If you've been on the internet lately, you will know me as Day 9.
Did you have a corneal transplant 5 years ago?
Yes?
Every other patient who had a transplanted organ from that donor is either dead or dying.
We're gonna have to remove your whole head. Don't worry. It doesn't hurt.
And I met him in the lobby, and we shook hands, and at the moment we shook hands, I was like, oh my God, I love him. And then I was very nervous the rest of the day, so
And this was like 8:30 in the morning.
my camera work was not good. I was shooting B camera, and it felt like a creep, gotta tell you. I felt a little creepy, like, looking at you.
It's dark chocolate.
That doesn't feel very Sean to me.
Through a lens.
Now, if any of you were recently
And I was
playing...
like, there's my future.
If any of you were recently playing Drawful 2, you may have done looking through a peephole. Imagine you're looking through a camera.
That name.
Let's take a look at our next song. Type in a convincing title now.
This stream needs to be labeled. Actually, what Sean ended up creating smelled not good.
It smelled great. It was literally...
You were like, it's bad.
I was saying that to be funny, and you know what? It
Oh.
smelled pretty good because it was sandalwood and blood orange. And anything with sandal and blood smells great. Go on. I'm sorry, this is your story.
Anyway,
This is your
so
turn.
that
Your story.
happened, and then I was like, gotta figure this out, but I got a lot of work to do. So the next day, I was a PA on the set of Tabletop, Season 1. And Sean was a guest to play with Will.
Today on Tabletop, Grant Imahara, Sean Plott, and Jenna Bush are here as we visit my very favorite small world.
My real name is Sean Plott, but on the internets, I'm known as Day 9. I'm mainly known because I do StarCraft 2 comments.
All right, go ahead and roll your die and see what happens.
Notice how little dots there are.
It looks.
That is my ability to
Okay,
get
so go ahead and
reinforcement
take that
back.
giant back. Let me just make sure that everyone knows that this belongs to Sean.
That is I. And may
Yep,
I...
and now, yes, please do it.
Will Wheaton.
Hey, Sheldon, what's up?
Reflexes still need to develop.
Was I a guest the next day?
It was like either the next day or a couple days later, but it was very, very soon
It was
after
definitely
that.
pretty short between the two, for sure.
And I had forgotten to ask Sean to sign a release form.
Now, my mother was a consultant for international law and had taught me to actually read everything before it was signed. I was the sort of guy who, when my apartment in grad school was like, hey, here's a form, sign this, I was like, all right, well, let's
He
look
reads
at paragraph
every lease.
11, right? I just go through it and I'm like, paragraph 12 says that you're going to be doing a paragraph. I know. I've had a little to drink, and I didn't hit that R very hard. Paragraph 12. It would be like, it says that you get to search this apartment every month without warning. Can you explain that? And they'd be like, oh, that's ridiculous. We gotta cut that one out. You know, I did that, and so...
So I was like, can you please sign this release form after you've already done the shoot?
And I was like, no.
Yeah, he said no, and I was like, uh-oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. We're not gonna be able to air the episode. And then Sean had to go do the show, and I had to actually do my job for a while.
Yeah.
But then it was lunchtime,
Dinner time.
whatever. It was break. It was food break. We were in a warehouse. It was dark.
Lunch and
You don't know
dinner
what
are the
time it
same when
is.
you work in production.
It is. So the talent, the fancy talent people,
That's me.
they all had a special green room where they got to eat the food, removed from the rest of us.
I like to think of it as quarantine, so that way we don't get any sort of PA diseases or
Yeah.
something like that.
They put the PAs in like a plastic table. It was like in a dark corner.
Yeah.
It was what we deserved. It's fine.
Poorly lit, cold, outdoors,
It
shivering.
wasn't outside.
Yeah.
But then I ran into Sean, and he asked if he could eat with me at the PA table.
I did. I asked
gave up the
permission to
green room.
sit next to her on the opposite side of the table. 'Cause
So then
I'm
he sat
fucking
down.
dashing.
And we were talking while we were eating lunch, and we were laughing, and I forget what you were telling me. And we were talking about comic books, and then you gleeked on me. I remember that.
Well, I squirt when I'm excited.
And I was like, I don't care. He just spit on me, and I don't care.
You didn't even react. It was great.
And then I think that I found a reason to like get your phone number, or we like agreed to exchange numbers.
No, you had my phone number from Opus Oils the very first time. I had just given it to you because you said, hey, I'm going to be here. I'm the coordinator
right.
for it. I need your phone number. And I was like, here it is.
And then you gave me comic book recommendations. And then I was like,
right.
I'll text you and let you know what I think.
No,
or something.
I remember what it was. We were talking comic books, and you said, can you give me some comic recommendations? And you said stuff, and you're like, what were they again? And I went, I'll text them to you.
Yeah, that was it.
Because I was a smooth player.
So he
in
texted
the table
him.
that was in the dungeon unheated with no lights. Where the PAs eat on the production set, not the talent table, which was... the talent table looked a little bit like the capital city in the Hunger Games. It was really nice, right?
Very fancy.
Very fancy.
So that was pretty much that. Mm-hmm. And then I had to go downstairs and pack gift bags for all of the guests. So.
Yeah. I dumped a bunch of board games in my trunk and drove home.
Yeah, he left. And then a couple weeks later, it was Christmas time, and I was like, this is a reasonable time to say something.
And I was single because I'd been ghosted by a girl named Isis. When you've been ghosted by Isis, you rage search for something on OkCupid, whatever it is. Tinder wasn't a thing back then. And so I'm sitting there on Christmas Day just, no, okay, this profile's good. Let me send 8,000 words of a something. And then all of a sudden, while I'm rage messaging on OkCupid, I receive...
Merry Christmas! Oh, and I think I said something about the comics you recommended.
No, you just said Merry Christmas. And I looked at the Merry Christmas.
I must have written like drafts and then erased them.
And it's just Merry Christmas, ! And I'm like, the producer from Felicia's vlog and tabletop says Merry Christmas?
We had lunch.
Merry Christmas, turn it upside down, go back to rage messaging on OkCupid.
Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. You said Merry Christmas back, though, so I was like, great.
I've been ghosted by Isis, okay? Give me a break.
So then break happened, and then January rolled around, and I was like, I gotta figure this out, because this is my soulmate, so I need to, like, make him know that.
Yeah.
So I convinced my best friend, Lindsay, to have a game night party at her apartment so we could invite a bunch of people, and then I could casually invite Sean.
Because I'm a whole bunch of people.
To get him to come over.
Yeah.
Without, like, freaking him out.
Yeah. Yeah, because let me tell you, here's something, I'm just going to say it out loud. If you're in your early 20s, I understand. If you're in your 30s, you'll understand. When you're in your early 20s, you can't go, hey, do you want to go on a date? Because there's something biological in you that says, don't ever fucking do that, because if you do, you need to immediately jump up a bridge. Like, it's like so stressful to just go, you want to go on a date with me? You can't do that. So you have to create these circuitous, roundabout, like, logical traps where it's like, well, obviously the only conclusion you could come to is that you should come to this party with me. You do that nonsense, right? But now that I'm like 33, if I met you when I was me today, I'd be like, you want to go out sometime? You know what you'd be like? You'd be like,
yes, I'll marry you, yeah.
But that's not how you do it in your early 20s,
man.
okay? That's not how you do it in your early 20s, right? So, in your early 20s, you do something like, hey, there's this really obscure convention that's 300 miles from where we live, and I happen to be going with someone else who's completely platonic in all ways. He's actually asexual. He's going to be driving, which means there's no way this could be a date. Do you want to be in the back seat? I'll be in the front seat, so that way we can't hold hands even though I want to. Do you want to drive 300 miles to the convention? You do dumb shit like this. I'm sorry, go ahead, honey.
Dumb? It was brilliant. It worked.
Yeah, tell me about the party. You know what?
Oh, man.
Before we go into the designs for this party, let's keep in mind that this is brilliant. Go ahead, sweetheart.
Okay. So I invited him to the party, and then the day before the party, there were a couple of things that I was trying to achieve here. Number one was to, like, confirm that he would be there. Because if I showed up at that party that I made my roommate throw and invite multiple people to, and he didn't come to the party, I would be devastated. Two, I needed to ensure that I was going to do something that would make him like and remember me.
Now, keep in mind, I'd been ghosted by Isis. This is January. We haven't heard from Isis in about 8 weeks now. So I wouldn't describe it as heartbroken. I'm self-righteous, because there's different stages to being ghosted by someone. There's confusion. Hey, if you're still there, I don't know if you missed my last text, one of those sorts of things. There's a moment where there's realization. Oh my God, I'm being ghosted. There's acceptance. You know what? I'm just going to play a bunch of games I haven't gotten the chance to play. That's fine. And then there's self-righteousness. That's where you sort of come out of acceptance, where you're like, no, fuck that. I'm a snack, right? You get all those sorts of things. You get all, yes, and that is a quote from a good place.
Oh,
no, it's fine. I know where the references is coming from. You get one of those like, no, I'm a total catch.
It's not a joke. I'm a legit snack.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to present myself to the world in a friendship way, in a relationship way. I deserve better. And that's where I was. Go ahead, honey.
Yeah, so the day before I texted him, and I was trying to be very casual, and I was like, hey, what's your favorite dessert? I'm bringing something to the party. And then I was like, okay, he'll say like cookies or something. I'll just bake some cookies and bring them. It'd be great.
Now, this is where I need to give my attitude right now, because I'm in righteous mode. When you're in righteous mode, you're actually not a particularly fun person to be around, because you know that sort of mode where your friends or something, and they're like, where do you want to eat at? Hey, does anyone like Italian? You open up the possibility for Italian because you're interested in Italian. I'm far beyond that. I would have been like, we're going to Italian, fuck your other choices, we're going to Italian. So when Brit messages me and Brit's like, hey, is there a type of dessert you like? I go, cheesecake, that's the only thing I want, let's do cheesecake.
Yeah, so I went over to Felicia's and I was like, can I borrow your $400 mixer? And she was like, what? Why? So I had to explain to her that I had set up an entire party to lure Sean to the party. Of course I told her. I told her, I told her. She was happy to lend it over. So I think that's what, I might have been more vague about it, but
Felicia Day's a real centerpiece in us getting together. And you're going to hear my half after that. Yeah, Omer, my position 5 support in Dota. Go ahead.
So I borrowed the mixer. I put on a breathing mask because I have celiac disease, so if I inhale flour, I get sick. I made a cheesecake from scratch.
For any of you who don't know, what celiac disease does is like the parts of your intestine that absorbs nutrients, the villi, if there's gluten there, they flatten, which means there's no nutrients getting absorbed by anything you eat for some substantial period of time. So if you eat it and you have celiac disease and it doesn't eat any gluten, you get so sick. I've studied your kind.
It's so nice.
Yeah, I know. That's why I become a white knight every time we go to a restaurant. I'm like,
Excuse
me, is there a gluten-free menu? Because if not, we're leaving. And I get really like,
It's very nice.
I'm a bastard.
So I spent like 5 hours baking this cheesecake, and I was like, all right.
In a poison mask. She looks like a Hong Kong protester.
This is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I brought it over, and people showed up. Things were going well, but I was very nervous. So I immediately started drinking. And then Sean showed up, which was great. He's here.
Hey,
Step 1.
I brought chips and salsa because that's what I eat. Fuck you other motherfuckers. I'm here for some board games. What are we playing?
So did we play Settlers of Catan first?
Yeah.
We played that. And I didn't know what I was doing.
No one does, but they always just say things like, if only sheep had been rolled.
It was fun, though.
It was good.
And then after that, we started playing poker.
And
I was like, listen, I was drinking so much wine. I was not paying attention to how much I was drinking because I was so nervous. And I was like, how do I be cute?
Let me tell you, Brit was drinking wine like if she kept doing it, she was going to win something, okay? like I was, and the thing is, I was playing poker, and I've talked about this on the show that for the past maybe 8 or so years, I have worked on learning how to have fun with games by experiencing the games. The games are fun to play. Like we just played Drawful, and it was fun. But like up to that point in time, I had only played games to win. I had some insecurity in me that was like, I'm a worthwhile person to love if I can win the StarCraft game, right? And I would like try to battle through that. Oh no, StarCraft isn't the thing. I must win the pots in poker, otherwise I'm not worthwhile to love, right? So I was like a super competitive nerd, and I was right in that edging phase during this game of poker. And I remember I was playing and I was thinking really hard, and I was like, this guy's a fucking donkey. This guy's an idiot, right? And then I saw Brit, and she's just looking at me, she's folding, and she's like,
I wanted to fold so I didn't run out of my money because I wanted to keep sitting next to him. I was like, if I keep folding, then I don't have to leave the table.
That's why you don't play too loose. because Brit got top 3 and earned her money back. But here's the thing. I remember when we were top 3, Brit folds, and she folded too high and showed her cards. She was a little drunk. I didn't tell her that because I'm trying to win this game of poker. That's a tell. She's getting a little too high on her folds, and she shows that she's folded pocket 10s. In her mind, she's thinking,
I don't care what these cards are. How do I make him like me?
And in my mind, I'm thinking, pocket 10s in a 3-way pot. She's fucking playing way too tight. She's definitely gonna lose. Go ahead.
And then we finished playing poker, and I was like, do you want some cheesecake?
No. We're going to back up. I fucking won. Brit got 3rd, and then there was this guy who...
I don't remember that.
He was like a shivering golem. He was like, oh no, like I want to win the ring. And I was like, no. That's my one true ring. And I scooped all his money to me, earned the pot, which I believe first place was $12. I mean... Either way, I took his money, I bought myself a Coca-Cola, and it was delicious, because it tasted like he sucked at poker.
$12 Coca-Cola?
I bought 12 of them. It was incredible.
So, I was like, you want some cheesecake? And he was like, yeah. So I was like, oh, this is my moment. I get to dazzle him with my baking skills. But I was so drunk.
Dazzle
I
me.
walked over to get
Elizabeth
the
Hurley.
cheesecake, and I accidentally shoved it into the microwave oven. So, like, a whole side of it just, like, smushed under the oven. And I was like,
I don't remember this at all.
Oh, no, I didn't tell anyone. I was quiet, but I was so drunk and nervous. I was like, oh, no. So I pulled it out. I was like trying to wipe it out from the oven, but not take too long. So I was like, I got to get this cake over there. So I'm like pulling it out, like cutting the slice and making sure it looks nice and bringing it out to him, like watching him eat it, like, please let this be good. Because I couldn't taste it, because I couldn't eat it. I felt faith in my skills, but I needed to see him eat it and enjoy it.
I was like a silicon-based life form, and she's like giving me something that's tasty for me. I'm like, a methane pie, and she's like, I don't know what this tastes like because it will kill me. And I'm like, this is some tasty methane. Do you want some methane? And she's like, I'm a carbon-based life form. I have celiac disease. I can't have this. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm supposed to conclude something, but I love methane-based pie, and I just... And let me tell you something, I ate half that fucking pie.
You did?
I was an absolute chonker that evening.
Cheesecake pie?
Oh my god, what's the difference, huh?
There isn't one. So that happened, and then we were hanging out, and then everybody ended up leaving. I think we were just talking and hanging out. And then people, like, slowly, one by one, were leaving. They were leaving. It was getting later.
It wasn't a lot of people. This was like an 8-person board game night starring Lindsay, Brit, me, the second place guy in poker, who...
Her roommates.
Yeah.
Some other people who came over.
I'm gonna go to bed. Good night.
They all ended up going to bed until it was just the two of us.
Let me stress that I won that game of poker. It was $12.
He was very focused on that.
Took a big shit on that man.
We decided to go out on the balcony. I don't remember why. There was some reason. To get some air. I don't know. We're standing out there and I'm like...
Neither of us smoke and there's central air conditioning because it's Los Angeles. Do you want to go outside and get some air? Yeah, I'd love to go on the balcony with you. It sounds great. Let's go.
So we're like standing out there.
On the balcony and I'm like, there's a lot of garbage on the street. It's Los Angeles. It's really good. There's 18 homeless people right there.
Doesn't matter.
They're all former script writers for NBC.
So we're out there and I think you were telling me about a book. You were like telling me the synopsis of a book that you really liked. And I was like, and I was so drunk. And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to remember all the information.
Had to have been
pumping into my brain. I think it might have been. And then I was like, it's cold out here.
And there was a moment, like, let me tell you something. I was still raw from being ghosted by ISIS. So I was like, You're cold, are you? It is chilly out here tonight. And Britt was like...
I was just like, how cold can I make myself seem?
I think I have hypothermia.
I'm not a woman with no heat.
And I was like...
of my own.
I was like... Alright. And
it's like reluctant.
I still remember there was a moment where I was like, I want to put my arm around her, but What if she's another ISIS? I don't know. Like, what if...
You did it, though.
All right. What if...
Put his arm around me.
I don't know. All right, I put my arm around her.
And then immediately continued telling me about the Dresden Files.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is that by book 5...
And I remember you were talking, you were looking out, and you were like looking at me, and you were like looking out, and I was just like, yes.
It's like, I don't care at all. Everything you say is nectar.
It's like, how close can I get my face to your face right now? And then we went inside.
No, we didn't go inside. I know how I am. I talked for a substantial amount of time. It must have been at least 30 to 45 minutes where I'm like, oh yeah, but the thing is that in book 7, you start to realize that if this is a 20-book series, you've really just reached the end of Act 1 of the beginning of the 20-book series arc. And Brit's like...
And he's just talking, I'm shit-faced, and I'm just like, I love him.
Yeah, it was really good.
And then we went inside, and then we were talking on the futon couch.
Well, no. Let's talk a little bit about that multi-phased success story, where I'm like, I'm gonna lie down. Oh,
yeah, you lied down.
I lied all the way down.
Because it was like 3:30 in the morning.
It was
now.
a long sofa, and I'm a long man. I'm 6'4", which is 193 centimeters for any of you that were born in, frankly, the part of the world that's not having a hard time right now.
So he's lying down, so I'm like, how can I make this any more obvious? How do I communicate this better? And my answer was to lay on top of him like this. I was laying on top of him like this.
Yeah. And she's laying on top of me. And I
Tell me more.
I have my hand
on top of him.
I have my hand on the small of her back, and let me tell you something.
And he's still talking to me.
I'm still
about,
talking.
like, Dresden Files.
Yeah, and I'm just like, and the interesting thing about in book 10, Morgan has been a mortal enemy of Harry for 10 books, but all of a sudden, you start to see a perspective you didn't see before. And let me tell you something. That is a form of Jedi mind trick, hormonal suppression that all of you aspire to achieve, and you will never achieve. Let me tell you something. I had trained in this art form after being ghosted by ISIS. None of you know how focused on the intellectual aspect I was in that moment, because I was like, this girl's really cute and she's really charming, but I just don't know if I'm ready for something romantic after someone just went poof. So then what happened? So it's like 4 a.m.
Yeah, and then you were like, I have a show to do tomorrow. I should go home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, will you walk me to my car?
And I was like, well, I mean, sure, if that's incidentally what you happen to be doing, I'd be happy to do that because I am a white knight by nature. Of course, there's no reason I will not do that.
So we walked me to my car, and we were at my car, and I was like, okay, well, it was really fun hanging out with you. And we hugged. And
Okay,
we were
now
like,
let's do the hug. Okay, can we do a friend hug really fast?
Yeah.
Like, hey, it was good to see you. Hey, take care. Right? No.
The regular friend hug.
No, friend hug. Yeah.
Okay,
hey,
yeah,
okay. Yeah. Bye. Hey, it was good to see you. Now let's do the hug that we did that night.
Okay.
Hey. I had a really nice time. It was good to see you. No, both your hands go up. Like, hey, have a good night. All right, now it's your turn for the story. Go ahead.
And then I was like, this is it.
Now let me paint a picture for you.
This is the moment.
It's Los Angeles at 4 a.m. Now at 4 a.m., we're close enough to the coast that the mist is starting to form from the ocean. So there's fog hanging over, right? There's street lights, but they're not too bright. It's kind of a hazy scene. It's very quiet. Even the people who are out late at partying have gone to bed, and the people who get up early to be too fit because it's Los Angeles haven't yet awoken. It's purely quiet. And in that moment where there's nothing going on, not a car sound in sight, not a single person walking, just us and mist. What do I do?
So we pull away, and I look at him, and I'm like, this is where the kiss is going to happen.
And I look down at her.
It's going to happen right now. I did it. I did it. I worked so hard.
Yeah.
I put so much effort into this. Now it's time. And Sean looks at me, and he goes, well, I'll see you later.
High five.
And I went like this. I put my hand up like this. I went. And he slapped my hand and high-fived me, and then he turned around and he ran into the fog. He ran away from me. He jogged away. Into the frog.
High-fived this hot girl because I've been ghosted by ISIS. My heart's wounded. I gotta take it slow. And you know what? It's cold outside. It's Groundhog's Day. High five and poof. And guess what? It's misty out because it's Los Angeles. It's by the
disappeared.
coast.
He ghosted me that
There
night.
it is. Let me tell you something. The render distance in Los Angeles at 4 a.m. is like Turok
really
2
bad.
on the N64. It's fucking bad. I was unable to be seen after 30 meters. She couldn't see me, but you know what she could? She could hear me. She heard of my Honda just going away, just driving off, okay? It was bad.
Oh my God. I turned around and went, What just happened? What happened?
I actually
What happened? I got in my car and I sat there and my hands on my steering wheel and went, what the fuck just happened?
She stayed there until around 2015, actually.
I sat there for like 5 minutes just being like, what happened? What happened? Like, what happened? And I was just like, okay. Well. And I was like, what else can I do?
Mm-hmm.
What else can I do? So I went home, and for like 2 days went by, and I was like, he hasn't called me. And I was walking down the sidewalk with my roommate in West Hollywood.
Let me interject here because I went home and I was like, oh, man. Okay, she was really hot and I could have kissed her. Okay. She's really hot. I really liked her. Is this something I want to do? I've been ghosted by ISIS. I don't know. This is something I want to do. You know what? Let me sleep on it. But you know what I had to do the next day?
A show?
That's right. I had to do a show. The next day. The show.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently Sunday, January 15th, 2012, and this is Day 9 Daily number 400. Woo! Yeah!
Show was done, and I went, you know what? Let me have dinner. Had dinner. You know what I did after that? I went, what are the roommates doing? They're here. They're here in chat right now. Jestier, 256, and Cage Tiger. You're both there. I was like, hey, guys. Hey. I have a new thought on what makes a good multiplayer game. And Huck was like, I got a free 6 hours, and I have enough room to talk. I don't know if you know this, but Huck and Kyla, we lived with them for a number... I should say I lived with them for a number of years. Britt was not living with us at that point in time, but I was just like, let's have a conversation about video games because I need something to delay time until it's bedtime because I need to sleep on this a second night in a row.
Yeah,
going on?
so
Yeah.
2 days have gone by and he hasn't called me, so I'm mad now. I'm trying to deal with my horribly hurt feelings. So we're walking down the sidewalk in West Hollywood with my roommate, and I'm like, well, I don't care. Fuck him. I'm never going to hear from him anyway. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Whatever, man. You know? Like, he... whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And as I'm saying that, I'm like, he's probably an asshole anyway. And then my phone rang. And it was Sean asking me out on a date.
I went...
And I was like, yes.
No, here's the thing, because I didn't believe in texting. Nowadays, I think texting is a godsend, because if I want to talk to you, I send a text, because whenever you're free, let me know. No big deal, no rush. But back then, I was like, no, if I want to talk to someone, I'm going to call them right fucking now. I want to just be face-to-face all the time. So I just go, hey, it's me. Listen, on Monday, do you want to, like, get coffee sometime? There's this place on Fairfax. I actually took a photo of it recently, and I sent it to you, and it was really sweet. It was at Fairfax and Olympic. There's a Starbucks right there at Fairfax and Olympic, in case any of you are interested.
Was our first date?
Yeah, it was really good. Hey, do you want to like get some coffee? And what did you say?
I think I said like, yeah, if I have time.
Oh, that's exactly what you fucking did. No, let me tell you something. Like Britt, like now that I've been with Britt for 8 years, okay, I'm like, oh God, you wanted nothing. You would have literally given up your career to meet me for coffee that Monday. But the way Britt said it was, well, I mean, I'll have to check with like what works with what's going on because the schedule's really hectic, but I think I can make that. So let's just like schedule it for like 2 p.m. because I had improv that day.
Right. You're in improv class. I forgot about that.
I took an improv class because I was like, I'm funny. I need to be more funny. Which is actually what I thought at that point in time. And now I'm like, I'm not funny, but at least I have 2 cats.
In my defense, I did have a lot of work going on, too. I mean, I did say that for that reason, but I also had a lot of work.
You were working like 80 hours a week. All you ever... For the past 8 years, you have worked so much that every time I see Brit sleeping, I'm like... There she goes.
He takes pictures of me sleeping and then he texts them to me later.
I talked to Brit about Brit sleeping. Hold on, I'm sorry. We're not together yet.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll meet you at that Starbucks.
Okay, so wait, you're literally walking and you get this call and I'm like, hey, do you want to meet? Because I have like a deep, clueless, dumbass 20-year-old voice. Hey, do you want... Listen, I've gotten over ISIS enough to like ask you to coffee. Do you like want to go sometime?
And then as soon as I hung up the phone, my roommate was like... Who is that? And I was like, that's him. We're going to meet for coffee.
Shit. It was good.
And then we met for coffee.
Yeah. So, now I want to respond to something. Geth Overlord says, I feel like Sean is way more aggressive in his memories than he is in real life. Like, here's the thing. I deliberately communicate in a pretty soft way. I really believe in being gentle with people, giving people... I've talked to Brit about this. I believe in 57th chances. Not second chances, like 57th chances. People mess up a lot. It's important to be gentle and sweet and all that. And that is not how young Sean worked. Young Sean was insecure on a level that is difficult to comprehend, right? Like if I did a bad Fun Day Monday, I wasn't deserving of praise, love, money, or being alive, right? I was just like, ugh! So I had this like you should have seen that OkCupid profile I joked about. It was like, here's a song I like, and if you don't like, you can fuck right off. I literally wrote that in an OkCupid profile, right? Yes, and it was the song Take Me Into Your Skin by Trent Moeller. Which is like a chill-out, down-tempo song with a lot of atmosphere to it. I was aggressive because I didn't know how to deal with this. And so I was like, yeah, do you want to meet for coffee? And I hung it up, and I was like, you know that scene where they have the guy who's like been through war, who's just like, he's just sitting there and looking at himself in the mirror. That was me after I asked you to coffee. No joke. I was like, if this turns out bad, I don't know.
And I was nervous because I was like, I know what a coffee date means. That means you're not sure if you're ready to commit to a dinner with me. So now I have to make sure I do well at this coffee date to get to the next level of dinner. And beyond that, to the next level of where we are now, where we live together and have cats.
Now, what did you do in preparation for that coffee date?
What do you mean, what did I do?
Well, what I mean is that I know what I did, which is I wore my best outfit.
Oh, yeah, I tried to look really nice, but, like, not like I was trying too hard. And I studied some StarCraft stuff. Go on. Like, this is hot for me right now. Like, I'm feeling it right now. I was trying to cram for StarCraft, which you can't really do.
Oh, yeah. That's like cramming for Mandarin in the next 2 hours. That's going to be a weird one. Oh, yeah.
I confused myself for a couple hours studying something I didn't understand, had never played before.
The Sneep Snorps are a good counter to Flompkins. Oh, my God, but not if they have Snorgledoms.
So, that's what I did, and then I was very nervous.
You didn't show it at all. Well, actually, you know what? Let me step in here. Now, Brittany Marie may have been nervous, but I wouldn't know it because, and this is a reassurance for any of you in your early or mid-20s, or late teens, but if you're watching this in your late teens, fucking go back to school, okay?
What are you doing? It's Friday.
Get your shit
it's
together,
Saturday night.
Okay?
Don't want to watch this.
What the fuck? Now, if you're in your mid or late 20s, let me speak some truth to you. You're probably so nervous about that date. You're probably thinking so much about how you look that you don't even remember how they look. I don't remember how Brit was at that coffee date. I don't, because I was trying to be like, yeah, I don't care. Just kind of like insecure and shit. Maybe like I don't deserve love, but that's fine. I like win games of StarCraft sometimes. And like, here's a cool song I like because my identity is tied up with the music I listen to. It's really talented because I hope I'm talented. I hope you love me. I don't know. I'm fucking really insecure, right?
I don't remember what we talked about at all.
No, I think I blacked it out.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't spend very long there because one of us or both of us had something we had to go do.
You did.
I did. We had like 45 minutes or something.
We met for coffee. Now, Brit's hair, you'll note, is in a bun. Brit, when I first met her, her hair was so poofy and majestic. She could have been a lion fit for Narnia. It was like... It was fucking... I remember the first time I met you, you just woken up and just like come over and just like... And you're like, hey, I'm Brit. And I saw you and I was like, hey, I'm Sean. And you went... And you like shook my hand a little too long. And I saw that. And I was like, it's nice to meet you. Yeah. And I just remembering how big your hair was.
Yeah, I was late. I woke up late and then I tried to drive to the shoot. And as I was parking my car, I realized that I had forgotten the batteries for like one of the cameras, so I had to drive home and then drive back, and then I was sprinting down the street trying to get to the place on time.
It was no. I remember. No, you came there, and one of the other guys fucked something else up and forgot something, and you went.
Oh yeah, it wasn't me.
You went. You know what? The smart thing to do is just take care of it. I'll take care of it. And Felicia's like, listen, I know it's not your problem.
Maybe
and you went,
I didn't.
And you went, don't worry about it. I can take care of it. In 45 minutes, it'll be no big deal.
I'm a fixer.
And you took care of that. And everyone was like, oh my God, Brit's like really good. And Felicia was like, dude, Brit takes care of everything. And I was like, I need to impress you because I'm insecure. I need to impress everyone. So anyways.
So yeah, we only had a short coffee date.
And we're at that coffee date, and I'm having a good time. And the thing is that, like, I don't do shit half speed, okay? You might think I do because I high-fived Brit after a long hug in the mist at 4 a.m. in Los Angeles and then drove off in my Honda Accord. But I don't do shit half speed. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm into you. And I went, hey, have you ever had Ethiopian food? Because Ethiopian food is something I love, and guess what? It's good for people who are gluten-free.
I hadn't had it.
She hadn't had it, and I hadn't had it in a little bit. And we were on Fairfax and Olympic. And now, if you go on Google Maps right now, which you should, you can look up Google and Fairfax, and you'll see that Little Ethiopia is just south of that. Fairfax and Olympic and Venice. There's 3 streets that run into each other. Right down there, there's a restaurant called Mercato. You can literally go find it right now. I would show you, but I'm scared of doxing myself. And I said, hey, do you want to like go meet for dinner down the street at Mercato? We could like go to dinner. And you said,
I think I said maybe. Or I said yes, but I don't remember. What did I say? I don't know. What did I say?
Okay, let me tell you what you said.
I know it in my mind I said.
Because Brit went,
but I don't remember what I said out loud.
Because I was talking, I was like, yeah, I'm a good time. Yeah, and Brit's
when he asked me in my mind, I was like, yes! But I didn't do that out loud, and I don't remember what I did.
You fucking did it out loud because we were having coffee, and I was like A, B, and C, and Brit's like, I don't know, like D, E, and F or something, and I was like G, H, I, and she was like J, K, L. Right? We were like no matter what I said, like if I pulled out a cigarette, Brit would pull out a lighter. If I went, Brit would be like lozenge, like on point. Brit Weisman was ready to be there for whatever it was, and I went, do you want to go to dinner at Ethiopian? Because we're talking about Ethiopian. Do you want to go to dinner at Ethiopian? Mercato, right down the street. Do you want to meet at like 7? And Brit was like, yeah, sure, I could like meet at 7. It's fine. I mean, I got some things to do before 7, but I could meet at 7. And I was like, that is the most muted elation I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, I mean, I could meet you in like, I don't know, like 4 hours. We could just like totally have you go home and me go home and change outfits and come back.
I was so mad about
I could totally meet you literally where we are right now in like 4 hours. That's like totally not a big deal. I can meet you right there. That's like totally fine. And I was like, do you remember I asked you 2 more times if you'd like do dinner with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, no, like you like, are you free tonight? Like tonight, like in 4 hours to meet there? Yeah, I mean, like, I have some stuff to do. I could, like, I have to get my stuff done, but I could, like, if my stuff is done by 7, I could meet you there.
By stuff, I meant find an outfit for dinner.
Yeah, like tonight, like in 4 hours tonight, you could meet me there. Like, we can see it. It's Mercato. It's down the street from the coffee shop at Fairfax, and we could go there. I mean, if I finish, I don't know if I'll be done by then, but I could be done.
Yeah.
And you put on that yellow and purple dress.
No, that was the one
lines?
for Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's right.
I wore a black skirt with a blue top and a big belt. And my fucking, like, military boots and tights.
Oh, that outfit was hot.
It was a ridiculous outfit. I tried on, like, 50 outfits because I was like, how do I look casual but also look hot but also not look like I'm trying too hard but also look good. And that's what I landed on. I don't know, guys. I was 24.
Let ISIS be a ghost buried under the ground forever. This is so good. So we meet up at Mercato at 7. Let me tell you, I had to drive about 2.5 miles back home around 4 p.m. So I got home around 5:30. I changed my outfit, had to drive 2.5 miles back. So I got there at about 6:55. I parked. I walked in there. I had a button up. Don't think I didn't. You know what I wear back then and now? T-shirts. Do I wear jeans? Yes. Are they tight? Yes. I had my tight jeans on. I had my button up. Did I have an undershirt? No, because I sweat a lot. Why? I don't know. Genetics. I sweat for no reason. Sean, did you work out? No, I peeled an orange like an hour ago. Yes, I have sweaty pits. It's fine. I want to look as good as I can. Is that button-up shirt dark? Yes, because I sweat. Don't wear gray. Guess what? If you wear gray and you sweat, it looks like your soul's dripping out. Wear something dark, black and brown and yellow and gray. On that. You came in wearing that blue and black with that belt and those boos that were clomping on in. Ooh! We sat down. Now, and they said, hello, welcome to Mercato. What would you like? I ordered for us. I ordered some Eudoro Tibbs and some Kit Pho. I ordered the...
With my permission. He asked first. He didn't just do that thing where he orders for me without asking. I mean, it's an important thing to know.
I said, permission to order Kit Pho, mistress.
No, you said, can I order for us? Do you mind? Like, would you like me to order for us? Since you haven't eaten this before.
Yeah.
I said, yeah.
And then I went, yes, mistress.
Yeah.
And then she smacked me with a paddle, and I was like, thank you, mistress.
Dynamic changed immediately.
So we get Kit Pho, which is this rich, spiced, raw beef with clarified butter and crushed African's bird's eye pepper with cumin and garlic and salt. And then we have Eudoro Tibbs, which is it's chicken with like garlic and peppers and onions, and it's really good. And they set it out on this spongy bread called injera, and they can use flour with it, but they also have like this I don't remember the flour they use for the gluten-free injera, whether it's like sorghum flour.
Is it like tefir or something?
Oh yeah, it's teff flour, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You can Google it.
You can Google it. Fucking, you're an adult. You can figure it out. What are we, your parents? Fucking figure it out, all right? You're grounded. So we get that, and then I order that, and the lady goes, would you like some honey wine? And I went, honey wine? Is that mead? And she goes, no, it's different from mead. It's fermented honey with herbs. It's honey wine. It's an Ethiopian drink, an Ethiopian alcoholic drink. And I went, yeah.
No, the guy at the table next to us, they were on a date.
Well, what happened is they bring it to us, they pour the honey wine, and you and I cheers, and I drink while looking at you, and we both go, whoa, because it's this...
It's really good.
It's literally sweet syrup cut with alcohol. We're like,
a lot of alcohol.
And this couple, like, because we're like, doing this, like, here's the thing, like, when you're tense, you sit forward and your shoulders are up, right? This is how you sit when you're tense. When you're relaxed, your shoulders are down, Your core is disengaged and you're sitting like this. So I'm like looking at Brit. I'm like, ding, and Brit's like this, like fucking getting the motor. Ding, like, ha, ha, right? And it kind of does it. And let me tell you, this couple back here, he was like this.
Yeah,
like
he was very comfortable.
He may as well have had a dick hanging out of his pants. He was just like...
in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way, his dick was hanging out, right? And he and the girl he was with went, we always want to sit next to couples who haven't had the honey wine. And I went...
We were really excited that we were drinking it.
And I was like, oh no, we don't swing. We've just met, right? Like,
yeah.
And we're not into that.
Yeah. And then you taught me about what... Avogadro's number?
Graham's number.
Graham's number? Somebody's number.
And if you use John Conway's up arrow notation, I was talking about Graham's, actually about not just Graham's number, but surreal numbers, which is the densest form of, it doesn't fucking matter, I don't give a shit. It's a metaphor, it's not a metaphor. My dick is not Graham's number long. Like, my dick is so big, you can't even imagine it. Take the biggest number you imagine, raise it to that number of power, not even remotely the size of my dick. Like, that's... You're so disappointed right now. I'm hurting her so much. Yeah, no.
No.
Ladies. Like, no, that's not what I said. I was explaining because it's this idea of... It's a number system called the surreal numbers that was introduced to me by Graham's number, which is a really big number that I did a video on. And if you watch that, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. But whatever number you thought of is nowhere near close to Graham's number.
That's what he said to me at dinner.
Yeah.
I thought it was really nice that he was teaching me about math because I'd never dated anyone who knew anything about math, or as far as I could tell.
Let's rephrase it. You never dated anyone who knew as much as your pal Day 9.
I never dated anyone who knew as much as my pal Day 9.
Yay, Day 9. High five yourself.
That's what I was thinking to myself.
There it is.
It was very nice. It was fun because he was educating me and he was very excited. And
no, this is something
it was new information. It wasn't like a boring date.
Let's be real. The Day 9 Daily is an exercise in one man taking 10 minutes of content and stretching it to 2 hours. So whenever I go on a date, I'm like, here's a concept that I recently learned and I've been thinking about. And 2 hours later, she's either ghosted me or she's Brit Weisman. So, thank you, honey. Oh.
So he taught me about math. Mm-hmm. And then we drank more wine and ate, and then we talked more about other things that I don't remember. And then we left.
And I went, I want to come back to my place. And you were like, I might have some work to do, but I could totally, I could go to your place. I could also not. No, you drove with me to my place.
I followed you. I drove my car because parking in LA is a nightmare.
That's okay.
I couldn't believe it. So I drove my car there behind him, and we got to his house, and we went into his room.
Now, let me be clear. I lived in a house at that point in time that I lived with 4 roommates, and I was roommate number 5.
Brit's car.
This is, oh man, Brit's car.
Oh yeah.
I got it stuck in a room.
Dry stick.
Shit. For the extra scenes, please refer to the chat right now.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, God. Okay, so now I want to do this respectfully, okay?
Yeah, no, I don't want to be...
I'll do it.
You do it.
I'll do it.
You can do it.
Someone had sent me some fiction that they had written that the opening 3 chapters of this book were hilarious. So he came in and I opened it up. Now the thing is that I really sincerely do not want to put said person down because I've actually followed this person till today and purchased their books and been a supporter and a cheerer of said person because it's fucking hard to write a book. And you'll note I said books because said person has written multiple books. And
You're
I've
giving me
actually,
too many clues.
You know, I don't give a shit. I'm too supportive of
Thanks
said
for moving
person.
my car hook.
Thanks for moving the car hook. You're the best. Because said person sent me just the most sweet, sincere thing possible, which was, Sean, anytime I was feeling stuck in writing, I would watch one of your dailies, and then I would go back to writing.
Thanks, Jacob. Because you didn't finish it.
Wait, what?
Jacob finished moving the car because I couldn't do it.
Oh my god. Case Costas, thanks to our friend Jacob, finished moving Brit's car because
This is not the same night, by the way. This is like a far down the road.
This is a different night. Yeah, so Brit and I had the first self-published book this person had ever written, ever, and said author had sent it to me, and Brit and I took turns reading excerpts from the book with no context and silly voices. We just go to page 252 and just start reading stuff to each other, laughing because we think we're funny. I don't give a shit, right? We think we're very funny.
We're
doing dumb voices and stuff, and some of the sentences just like we would work. We'd page through. Oh, this sentence is not structured well, and we would like read the sentence back and forth to each other and just be like, ha 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 ha. It was the ultimate passive voice. It would be like, Keratin dodged the arrow that was shot by Mary at the edge of the airship as they flew over the city with smoke flying around them. And we were just like, So we're reading these back and forth. We're just having fun in our room together in a house of 6. And then there's a moment where the laughing is lulled. And Brit's just on the bed, holding the book, and she's paging through it quietly.
Yeah, I was just reading it.
She was just reading the book. She actually just got sucked into the book.
And I was just laying on his bed reading a book.
She's not even browsing. She's just reading. She's just like, okay, this is interesting. There's some interesting characters, some interesting plotting. Let me read through this. Okay. And I'm looking at Brit in my room, which is 11 feet by 11 feet. And if any of you are in the non-American system, that's... How much is it?
3 meters-ish.
3 meters and change by 3 meters and change.
I think.
It's a small room.
No. 3 yards. No.
What?
I don't know,
it's
guys.
It's like half a meter by half a meter, and like
it's a bedroom size.
My room weighs 20 kilograms or some bullshit. So we're in there, and Brit's on my bed, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, I'm supposed to kiss her now. Do I want to kiss her? I mean, I do, but I've just been ghosted by Isis. What if she doesn't want to kiss me? I don't know. And let me tell you, she's like you've probably read like 12 pages of a self-published fantasy book. She's reading through it, and I'm just like, ugh. Like, I took an amount of time that someone would go, cut. Nobody fucking does this. I was just, and then what I did is I put my hand down on the book. And I took my other hand, and you know what I did? Actually, we have Death Masks by Jim Butcher, whose bookmark is an Ardenvale Tactician. But I had the book open, and I took it, and I did that.
He did. He shut it in a very sexy way.
Now let me show you what it means to shut in a very sexy way. I was just like,
That's not the face he made. I don't know what would have happened.
That's what I did.
That is what you did.
And then I looked at Brit. Brit looked at me. And we kissed.
Yeah, then we made out.
We kissed.
We made out.
We made out on the bed.
We made out.
We made out on the bed. I used my lips. She used her lips. We used our hips. We made out on the bed. We made out on the bed. Did we do anything more? No.
I went home.
No, she went home because she'd been ghosted by Isis. Actually, why did you go home? Why did you go home?
I don't... Yeah, it's fine. I can tell everyone.
Yeah, Yeah, why'd you go home?
I loved you, and I knew that I loved you, and I didn't want to just, like, sleep with you right away and then, like, you know, make it less meaningful or something.
That's good. No, I'd been ghosted by
ISIS. I was like, this guy's you were like a bunny in the woods, and I was hunting you, and I was like, don't scare him. Don't startle the bunny.
Why am I a bunny? Why can't it be something cool?
I was trying to be careful.
Like a muscular unicorn.
And I was like, I really like this guy. I can't just sleep with him. I sleep with guys I don't like all the time. That never works out. You know? Trying to...
Come on, man!
I'm just kidding. I didn't sleep with that many people.
Oh, God.
Yeah, depending on who you ask. It's 2019, man.
2019, come on. You guys need to calm the fuck down.
No, I just really liked you, and I didn't want it to be like a one-time thing, and I don't know. I thought it was very nice. We made out, and it was awesome, and I was like, okay, this is something to build upon, and if I don't sleep with him, he'll ask me out again.
Yeah, no,
We went out for like a couple weeks before.
Well, you walked out of my room and I white-knuckled that fanfic book and I was like... And there was another... Now, I'm not going to talk too much about said other person. This other person who was really interested in me at the time. Who was... I'm not going to talk about said person on here. Who I turned down respectfully. The person was like, all right, and I said, you know what? There's someone whom I'm interested in that I want to date. Now, I said that to that person, and I didn't say that to you because I was nervous. And then every Monday, now, I'm a big believer in the idea that you don't get good at something unless you practice it. And I'd been doing Fun Day Monday, and I wanted to be a better Fun Day Monday-ist, so every Monday I took an improv class to try to get better at that. But that improv class was in the middle of the day, and Fun Day Monday was at 7 on Mondays. So I would do the improv class, and then I would go see Brit after improv class. And then I'd go home. So that was in January.
Mm-hmm. And then you became my boyfriend.
Hold the phone.
Officially.
Hold the phone.
What did I miss?
You missed the best part. So I would see Brit on Mondays after improv class. I would see Brit. Sancho the 7th says, TLDR, Sean is dense but adorable. If by dense you mean, I protect myself. Like this. If that's what you mean, Sancho the 7th. Yeah, and if not, guess what? I have mod powers in this channel.
I love you, Kyla.
Kyla.
One of the best things I've ever gotten out of this relationship.
Yeah, wait. Can we?
What are you doing? What's up? Yeah, come on over.
Des?
Hi. Yeah. Hi.
All right, baby, we ready?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay.
Ready for the next part? Okay.
You were saying something that I missed and I don't remember what it was.
I lost my place in Dresden Files, it's fine. I've read it already. Every Monday, I would go to Brit's place in West Hollywood. Mm-hmm. I lived in central downtown Los Angeles. This makes it sound like I have something in my throat, but in reality, I've been only drinking alcohol on Saturday. So, I would see you.
Mm-hmm.
And before the best part, I actually think I asked you to be my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I remember you were wearing big blue science glasses with no frames. You were wearing a gray shirt that said science.
Yeah, I had a lot of costume outfits back then.
You were wearing a white
I was a theater minor, guys. Give me a
button-up shirt that I believe was your father's.
Yeah, it was my dad's shirt. I missed my dad,
shirt.
so I'd wear his shirt around.
And you wore, etc. And I came over, and there was a moment where we had referenced the girl who was a little interested in me. And
oh my god, I feel so bad that I don't remember her at all.
No, if I
I'm sorry. Not that sorry, but I'm sorry.
Look, where's the sheet of paper? Okay, no, I'm gonna write this down, and you're gonna go, oh my god. I'm gonna write this down. We're not gonna say your name.
Oh yeah.
And
oh, I forgot.
And you had been like, no, it's fine if you're into her. And I went, no, I mean, I'm actually just into you.
Yeah, that was nice.
And you went, well, I mean, if you're interested in dating her and dating me and just seeing, that's fine. And I went, that's not fine with me. I'm actually just interested in you. And then you were like, oh, okay, that's fine. It's totally, I got work to do, and if I get it done, it's fine. And I said, on January 30th, I said, do you just want to be my girlfriend? And I still remember you went, yeah. And I was like,
why did I do that?
Because I called it. I was like, oh, there's your chakra point. And then, and it's weird because, I was like, okay, cool. And, we were kind of a thing, but we, weren't quite a thing because I did the following. Now, I had met Felicia Day through my friend Omer, who is now my position 5 in Dota, although I haven't played Dota with him in, 3 months because I've been going to bed early. So, Omer introduced me to Felicia. And this is Felicia of Felicia Day notoriety, who did the Guild and has recently written a book that all of you should buy. And if you don't, then don't you dare fucking show up in my channel ever again. You give Felicia money because she just had a baby.
Buy her book.
Fucking cute. You buy that book.
Well, and the book is amazing.
And Felicia got Britt and I together. Okay, she got us together. You fucking motherfucker. You buy that book. So what happened is, Britt and I started kind of dating. It was sort of exclusive, and I was traveling a lot.
That was funny too, because after you guys did another video together for some game or something, and the internet was like, Felicia and Sean are dating. It's like, no, he's dating her assistant.
No, he's dating Brittany. So, this is maybe the most complete story I've ever told. This is good. So Britt and I, so we started dating, and I was like, I want to really surprise Britt. So I asked Felicia to help for Valentine's Day, which was a Monday, and I'm actually going to confirm this because I'm pretty sure it was a Monday.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's get Windows 10 is... Alright, so let's go to 2010,
12.
December.
Oh, yeah.
20. February 2012, the 14th was a Tuesday. That's right. It was a Tuesday. February 2012 was a Tuesday. Was it? 2012 or was it 2010? I feel like it had to have been 2012.
No, it was 12.
It was 2012. So
It's 12.
I asked Felicia if she would help me fake work for Brit, so that way Brit and I could go on a date. Brit would be dressed up for something important. She'd be looking good, ready to film some whatever the fuck. So that way I could take Brit on a date. And I believe, was it Mass Effect 3 or Mass Effect Andromeda? There was
something like that. Felicia, she called me or something or texted me or whatever and was like, hey, this just came up. We need to go shoot something. It's a special event, so you need to look nice, and I'll pick you up at 7 o'clock and just be ready to go.
It was whatever. It was 7:30 because I had your show because it was Tuesday.
Yeah, 7:30. But basically, Felicia just told me that I had work to do and to get my camera ready and to look nice, so I could go with her to shoot this thing, and that she was just gonna stop by and pick me up in her car and we'd go. So I got ready for work.
Yeah. So I'm driving over. I'm all dressed up. I'm feeling good. And apparently at the time, Felicia's texting Brit going, hold on, wait. What's your address again? I think I have it wrong. And doing all this stuff. And I'm emailing Felicia. She's okay, I'm fucking almost there. Hold on, there's some traffic and all this stuff. And then it's whenever we're supposed to meet, 7:30 or something, 7:35. So I knock on the door. Brit opens the door.
Oh, God.
And I'm there.
Stupid.
It's so good. No, and I have flowers and a card, and I'm hey, I'm here to take you to dinner.
I was so stressed out. I was no.
And Brit goes, no, I'm meeting Felicia in 3 minutes, now. Felicia was here now. And I go, you don't have to go to work right now. And Brit goes, yeah, I thought he was fucking do.
Douchey dudes who are you don't need to go to work. Come with me, because I'm here.
Now, Brit,
I was what the fuck?
Brit's a brilliant EP at Twitch right now. And Brit fucking gets shit done, and I go, I'm trying to be smooth. I'm
That's so mean.
You don't have to go to work right now. And Brit goes, no, I really fucking do have to go right
so mad.
Fucking now.
Get out of here. I'm so mad.
Get the fuck away from my doorstep. And I go, and I'm sort of ha. No, I've been talking to Felicia. It's all ha. It's all fake. I'm taking you to dinner right now.
It was really nice. And he had a rose and a card.
And Brit goes, oh shit! And she hugs me and she kisses me and
it's nice.
And I have and do you remember what you had for me for that Valentine's Day?
What? No. What did I give you?
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, I do remember because I was I gotta nail this.
Yeah.
So Sean was really into Blue Sky Black Death at the time.
Yep.
So I looked him up, and I don't know why I made my own card. I should have bought one, but I designed my own card, and then I I mailed it to them and asked them to sign it for Sean, and they were like, "Cool, no problem." So I mailed it to them, and they signed it and mailed it back to me. And it was some kind of, oh my God, it was so stupid.
It was.
Oh my God, it's looking back at your kindergarten work, you're just what was I thinking?
It was a zombie apocalypse dance party. And it was, if we both turned into zombies, I would dance with you. And if you open the next page, I still remember Brit timidly saying to me, you lost your leg.
I was I don't know why he lost part of his leg in that drawing.
Yeah, I don't have an arm.
But I still love you.
You lost your leg.
I still want to date you.
Yeah.
There's something. It's floating. It's somewhere in this apartment. Yeah, that was a good present.
Yeah.
It was a weird good present.
And I was and I took you to some place that served steak and asparagus.
Yeah, we went to that fancy steak place.
I don't even know what it is. It's fancy steak place to me, baby.
Not yet.
I don't know at all.
It was a fancy steak place. It was nice. It was really fun. That was a good first Valentine's Day.
That's how we got together.
Yeah, and there's a lot more after that. So
some drama.
There's a little bit.
Some togetherness.
Some not togetherness, and then more togetherness.
Yeah, it's rough.
Just how you know. that you want to be with someone.
Agony.
When you're with them and then you're not with them and then you want to be with them again.
Yeah, it was agony. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's not great. We weren't very good at it either.
I had make you a mistake. You remember that agony, that insecurity I'd talked to you about? It existed in a relationship. Here's the thing. Here's what no one really explains to kids in high school.
Kyla, she kept me at the house. I kept coming over to the house after we were not together for a while.
Kyla, you
because
fucking...
Kyla was like, I like you. And I was like, I like you too. I want to keep being friends.
No. Okay, you know what? Can I talk a little bit about this?
That's fine, whatever.
Can I talk about some of the severeness?
That's fine.
We'd broken up. I broke up with Brit.
He broke up with me, and I was like, "You dumb."
And you know what? I can explain. I can explain myself. Okay. Remember that insecurity monster in me? I didn't really know how to work through stuff. So we had some issues. I didn't know what to do, so I went. I broke up with Brit. And here's the thing. Let me explain to you what good friends do, and let me explain to you what Kyla did. Okay. So a good friend goes, "Oh my God. She did what to you? She did something irrelevant one time at a restaurant that doesn't matter. You deserve better." Right? That's the way that friends do it, right? Because friends are irrationally on your side, right? So, if I had to explain why I broke up with Brit, I don't have a good answer. I do not have a good answer. Now, if I try to keep explaining that, you're going to get bored. So let me explain to you what you will be interested in, which is Kyla going, "Well, I liked Brit, and I'm your roommate, Sean, so I'm going to invite Brit over to watch TV with me." And I'm like, what the fuck? Do you have no respect for the sanctity of a breakup?
I did ask before I went over.
Do you have no respect?
I called him and I was like, "Is it okay if I hang out with Kyla? Because I want to watch anime with her."
And I got all this fucked up insecurity, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, of course, I totally respect it," and hung up and was like, "Kyla, do you have no respect?" And Kyla invited over not only Brit, but also another girl who had broken up with another one of my roommates. Okay, so Kyla was inviting over all the exes of all the people.
We had a good time together, though.
Broken up with in the fucking house.
We didn't do anything.
Kyla, what the?
Out with Kyla.
Yeah, you want to watch Utena, some fucking anime about girls being in a club.
It was amazing.
I'm in my room playing
so much fun.
I'm playing The Walking Dead, and I'm tormented.
He'd come out to like get water or something. I'd be like,
fucking Kyla, why would you do that, Kyla? I mean, I'm very grateful because we're gonna get married, but like, what the fuck, Kyla? Are you insane? Oh my God.
That was amazing.
And it was so difficult because we were broken up, and it was like Halloween, and you dressed up for Halloween as a dead slut. Oh
no, I was a slutty maid who fell down the stairs. So I mean, yeah, I guess so.
God, you were so hot.
But like we broke up, and I was like, all right, here's the thing: you have 6 months to figure out that you made a mistake.
God,
so I'm gonna give you 6 months. I'm gonna casually date other people in that 6 months.
Such a hot outfit, Jesus.
But Kyla, I went to go pick up Kyla for a party, which was really fun. Kyla was adorable. She was a ghost, so she just wore a sheet with holes cut out the end.
And she wore Birkenstocks with socks
It was so
and shit.
Cute.
Yeah.
But I went over there and I knew what I was doing.
I didn't know what you were doing. I was in the middle of The Walking Dead.
Hi, what are you doing?
I had just...
How are you? It's too bad you're not coming to this party with us.
Britt, I had just told Clementine to leave me for dead in The Walking Dead Season 1. And you're coming up as a hot dead slut. I couldn't believe it. It was so difficult for me.
I was like, bye. Eventually we got back together.
Yeah.
He figured it out, and it all worked out.
No, I invited you to live with me before we'd gotten back together again.
Yeah, we were like, let's be friends with benefits.
It was...
Which, like...
listen,
wasn't.
In StarCraft terms, it was a bad build. I'm not going to tell a lie.
It didn't work. We were like, let's be friends with benefits, and then we were just like in a relationship again. And then suddenly it was just like I was there a lot, and then he was like, do you want to live here? And I was like, yeah. So I moved in, and then I had been living there for like a couple weeks, and Sean had to leave town for work, and as he was leaving town, I think you just like asked me to be your girlfriend again, like while you were
No, I still remember. I was at my car, out in the back. You were at the entrance to the house, so we were maybe 30 feet away, and I had the front I had the car door open to the car, as you do. And I had it open, and I looked at you, and I went, hey, before I go. And you went, yeah? And I went, you want to be my girlfriend? And you were like, yeah.
Yeah, I live here.
And I was like, all right. And I shut the door, and I drove away.
Oh, man. Yeah, Kyla and I watched so much Supernatural because I took some time off of work after a very stressful
oh my God.
job.
Okay, so you might think that I'm a prick, and in ways I am. In ways, I'm not gonna lie. I had some stuff. Oh, I've lost games with Brood War. I'm a not worthwhile person, and I'm in a relationship with someone who has different thoughts than me. Oh fuck. Oh shit. I don't want to deal with that stuff. So, we had those struggles. We got back together, and then I was doing work. I was traveling a lot, and there was a reason I brought this up. I remember. Because you have always been someone who works so much and really cares about making it be done right. It's not about, like, I've worked 40 hours this week, so I'm going home. It's like, okay, I've worked a lot, but it needs to be good, and you keep pushing it. And I was like, quit your job and just stay at home and rest.
It was a very bad job. I got paid like nothing for it.
And Brit quit. And Brit stayed at home and rested.
I did. I stayed home and rested. I was at the point where I was like waking up and my palms were bleeding because I was digging my nails into my palms because my fists were like so tight when I was asleep because of how stressed out I was. So he was like, you gotta quit this job. So I finished my work, I finished the project, and then I quit for like 6 weeks. And during that time, holy shit, Kyla and I woke up every morning and we met in the living room and we had breakfast. And we would usually like go sit on the porch for a little bit, and then we would just start cranking on Supernatural. We watched so much Supernatural. It was awesome. Sean would just like be working and shit. You see him.
No, let me tell you something.
I'm like, hi, I'm in my pajamas still. It's 4:00 in the afternoon, and Kyla and I have no plans of not continuing to watch this for a few more hours.
It was like Kyla fiended that shit. Like, it was as though...
It was awesome.
Kyla was like a goblin hiding behind the boiler, and I was like, listen, I gotta go for a bit, but there's a peephole over there, and that peephole's named Brit Weisman, and Kyla was like, like fucking lumbering over there.
And Kyla taught me about
opening the door, like... Hey, Brit Weisman, come on out. We can watch TV on the sofa. It's called Supernatural.
Oh, it was so fun.
Oh my God, Kyla was into that shit.
It was great.
Cage Tiger says we watched all of seasons 4 to 8. No. You watched from season 1 to when everyone was present, Cage Tiger. Because I talked to Brittany Marie Weisman throughout that entire process. Okay?
A lot of Supernatural.
You dirty boiler goblin.
It was so much fun. Oh my God. Guys, Kyla is like, I think we did skip the first 3 seasons. At your recommendation, right?
No. Britt watched it in my room. Britt watched season 1 to 3.
Oh, maybe I caught up on it.
Try to catch up.
I don't remember, man.
You're crazy, man.
Guys,
crazy.
Kyla is literally the best person to watch television with.
Oh, that's actually true.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you hear that triumphant music? It is indeed because it is Friday, and what a treat we have today. Because we are going to be playing Winter More Tactics Club. What is this game? I'm not going to tell you yet. I'm going to tell you why is this game. My old roommate, one of the loveliest human beings of all time, Kyla, worked on this fucking game, which means, though I have seen no gameplay footage and know little to nothing about the gameplay mechanics, I wholeheartedly endorse this product, and I encourage you to buy it as many times as you can afford. In fact, don't sub to me next month. Don't do it. Buy Winter More Tactics Club. It's on Steam, $15. Discounted how much? Like 10%. I think it was $13.47 when I picked it up this morning. Look at this. Listen, we're going to go to credits. And BBC Games. Wait, hold on. Who did the narrative? Kyla Fury. There it is. There it is. Do you need a better reason? Do you need a better reason than that? Will I not be shameless? No, I will be very shameless. Kyla's the fucking best, man. When I used to have very long worky trippies and come home and be a little bit emotional and tired, Kyla would make me potato leek soup.
The best.
Ooh, Is there anyone who's better to watch television with than Kyla?
No, she's the best.
Wow.
You should be so lucky if you ever get one episode of your life with her. I got so many. I'm so blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Yep.
Hashtag Kyla.
Yep. It was great. That was fun. Yeah, and then I got a job again after like 6 weeks. That was an easier job.
Yeah.
Kind of boring. And then we moved up here.
Yeah. We've been here ever since Brit works at Twitch.
Yep.
Now we're in a stable relationship with 2 cats.
Yep.
One's here, one's there.
We did it.
Let's show the cats. Let me see if I can.
Sure, beer. Hi. You in the box? Sheriff's in the box.
Oh, shit.
Hi, Bug.
Pet that cat.
Hi. Hi, baby. Hi. I think she's still a little mad at me.
No, she's not at all. She's a happy cat.
I washed her little head this morning because her head had some weird wet stuff on it and I didn't know where it came from, so I wiped it off a little bit. Hi. She didn't like it. She's a good bug. She's a comfy little bug. Yeah. You're so soft. You're so soft. Hi. You're so cute. What a good girl. Oh man, love this cat. What a good kitty. Oh, hi Jess. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Did you find her?
Yep, I got her.
She is. Hi, you. Yeah.
This is a loud cat. Dispy.
Oh, I disturbed her.
Make her. She's a ghost. And she's gone.
Just little pats. Here you go, bug. You're so cute.
It's me.
Oh man, now she thinks it's time to play.
Uh-oh.
We gotta play with her tonight.
Uh-oh. Whoosh. Meow. This cat just does not move very much. Hi, sweetheart.
She's a good bug. Hi. The little chew marks on the box. They
Yep.
eat these boxes.
Yep, you chew on them.
You're protecting all of us. She's on duty right now.
What a perfect cat.
So good bug. What a nice bug. Yeah. There's no favorites.
Oh, we love our cats just insanely
We love
much.
both of them. They have different personalities and they're both perfect.
Hey, sweetie pie.
Meow, meow. Hi. You tearing up the paper down there? Good job. Yeah, destroy it. It's a good kitty. You're just chewing it all up.
So Sheriff just doesn't mind about anything. She's just in a good spirits all the time.
Yeah, she just likes to hang out, see things.
By the way, this is, if you can see, this is Kaneda.
We found him.
No, we bought this, honey. We bought this at that.
I know. I mean, we found him at that toy warehouse.
This is Kaneda, and if you can see, if it focuses, I don't think it will. You can see there's little bite marks on his shoulders. That's Despy. Despy likes to chew on Kaneda. Sheriff doesn't really chew on Kaneda. You know, do you want to smell Kaneda?
How does he smell?
How does he smell?
Good? No interest. He's not chicken. He's not a turkey treat.
I just throw him down. I don't even care. Because Despy chews on Kaneda all the time. Sheriff doesn't. Sheriff's a little sweet cat. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Aww.
Alright, I got the crowned cat.
Hi, you.
Honey, do you wanna pet that cat?
I don't know if she wants to be pet. I think she wants to play. I think she's not interested in petting. I think she's interested in playing.
This is Despy the cat. No, it's not.
That's
It's Sheriff the
Sheriff.
cat. My bad. I'm sorry. I've had some soju. Here, look, smell me. It's all good. It's all good, Sheriff, sweetheart. That's a camera. Sheriff.
She doesn't perform. She's above that. Oh.
Oh.
Too much petting.
We've
She's been disturbed.
put too much energy into the cat.
It's okay. Oh, yep, she's out. Sometimes she wants snugs and sometimes she doesn't. Oh, she's back to her heater ledge.
Oh, yeah.
This is the ledge where when the heater's turned on, she gets the toastiest.
Sheriff. Sheriff.
That's a good shot. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Look at that elbow. That beautiful little cat elbow. Hi.
Oh my gosh.
She's getting
so
cozy.
sweet.
Yeah. You gotta loaf it up. Hi.
All right. Well, I guess it's us again.
There's a good kitty.
I guess we have to be the entertainment dog for
Okay.
the stream